Let's talk about some driven racing oil event updates.
All right. Driven racing oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off road and circle track, or pushing limits in top fuel drag boats and demo derbies. Winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cling and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil, then enhanced with state of the art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. And you guys know you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Driven Racing Oil. You can head over to their website at drivenracingoil.com. Pick up your oil, pick up your merchandise, whatever you need, drivenracingoil.com.
Love those guys.
And I just seen a post recently. I can't remember who it was by. Somebody was just doing an oil change and they made a post about GP1. Who was that?
Nice.
Was it?
May have
Man,
been
I can't
Rich.
remember.
I don't know.
Either
There's so
way,
many
I'll
people
have
that
to
are
find
using it
it.
now. I love it. Yep.
So, some driven racing oil event updates. The Road Trip Drag Challenge number 3 is going on right now. And did you see the post? They ran into some rain.
Dude.
Could you imagine being this guy right now?
Uh,
In
I've I've kind of been that guy in the cart before, but that's some real rain right there.
Yeah, you can see how much rain there is. He's in a convertible. Man, and
Yeah,
it tripped
it
me
looks
up when
like
I
the
saw.
passengers like leaned way forward.
Yeah, it tripped me up at first when I saw the right-hand drive. It didn't even click at first, and I'm like, what's going on in this photo? And man, I don't know
Nope.
if there's not a top on the car at all, or if they just hit the rain and was like, ah, we'll put it up when we stop next, or what. But
Yeah.
it just made for a cool shot. Like this is drag and drive. You never know what you're gonna run into on an event.
Right. And if you look at the glass there, there's no wiper making movement. So
Yeah,
if right next to that window, that stuff's coming just right down into into the cab of the car. I've
yep,
lived that life too.
yep, pretty wild.
Yeah, how cool, man. Well, also, this is exciting. Miles of Mayhem announced their dates and tracks the other day, and they're hitting a few different ones this year. They said, no beef with any other tracks. They just wanted to try something different and do some fun. So July 20th through 25th, Miles of Mayhem 2025 is going to happen. I think that's the sixth event for them, something like that. So pretty awesome of that team to be on there and do that. We need to actually have them back on and talk about 2024 and then some 2025 plans. So we'll start working towards that over the next couple of weeks. But this is exciting, man. This is a long time coming. Miles of Mayhem is a great event, and I look forward to them just kicking ass again.
Oh yeah.
It's funny. We also look at like, oh man, I can't believe 2025 event dates are coming out, dude. It's only the early part of November. This event's 8 months from now.
Yeah. Well, take notes. That's how far ahead you got to plan if you're trying to put an
Yep.
event on. You can't wait till a few months before.
Yeah, yeah, it becomes
Rodney's
too
saying the
difficult.
the fifth year,
That's awesome.
and
Well,
he said
congratulations to them.
he said earlier here, Miles Mayhem dates are out. They're like long range weathermen. It always happens to be the hottest week in Western Canada.
Bring it on, man. That's the way it works. Hey, sometimes you gotta struggle a little bit, and I would think it probably gets pretty cold up there most of the time. So you got to make sure you don't have any issues there at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, yeah. Again, we'll have them on, and that'll be a fun one. They were a great group of guests last time. So,
Hmm.
well, let's talk about more event stuff here. We've got to get rolling, man. We've lollygagged a bunch this morning. I apologize. I've been chatty. Let's talk about SICK the magazine and the NMCA NMRA updates. Derek Putnam made this post yesterday. Said they now have their two SICK the magazine series events set. SICK at the Rock, which is going to be Rockingham, North Carolina, April 10th through 12th, so the weekend after the circuit. And then SICK on the Green at Bowling Green, Kentucky, May 29th through 31st. So these are two events that are in between SICK Week and SICK Summer. So it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be a great way to kind of fill that void. So event announcements, obviously those two additional events may be added later in the year, he said. So they want to, again, this is an open process for them. They want to keep everything as transparent as possible. So as they begin to lock things in and do classes and stuff, well, here I'll let you tell that part.
Yep. So, talking a little bit about class structure and sponsorship, the event organizers are collaborating with John Sears and Mike Washington to finalize class options with input from participants. Registration and sponsorship will open once a class is confirmed, and 100% of sponsorship dollars will go directly to the racers. So, that's obviously pretty awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool way to give back. It's that's amazing. And again, you're going to see the ability for them to really kind of build out. So here's my thought, right? Early days in MCA, NMRA, this is what it was like. This is what you're looking at. But
Mhm.
NMCA, NMRA have been around so long that people forget the early days, right? They just see, oh, these guys had 30 classes. I could get in anywhere, all that kind of stuff. You know, Sick is building this from the ground up. So if you want to talk about the event format and stuff like that, I'll let you do that.
Yep. So, event format and subscriber perks. The event feature will have test days, qualifying rounds, and eliminations, with races running late into the night. And also, Sick the Magazine subscribers will have priority entry to these events. So, just a couple pretty cool things that Sick's doing to make sure everybody that's already involved with Sick, gets an option to be a part of
Mhm.
this. And again, with all the sponsorship money going to the racers, I think what they're putting together is a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, yeah, this is a great deal, and good for the NMRA, NMCA racers that now are looking for places to go. So,
Hmm.
all right, well, let's talk about events and new names, man. We got two events that have changed their name this week. Really over the last, I guess, probably 2 days. So New York State or NYS Drag and Drive is now Northeast Drag Cruise. So you guys will, that's what you need to look for when you're looking for those guys. This is going to be a good event for 2025. Their car count was kind of low in 24, but again, they're really kind of coming to a part of the country where everybody complains there's no drag and drive, but then nobody ever signs up, which
Yeah.
happens quite a bit. This is going to be going. Regional events again are tough for promoters. You've really got to go over the top. You've got to do more than anybody else. It's just because you're having a drag and drive doesn't mean you're going to be successful. You've really got to
Hmm.
push out and get your stuff. So these guys are already working on 2025 dates and tracks. I know for sure. I've talked to Cameron several times through Messenger. So they've got a new name, Northeast Drag Cruise, and then Olympic Drag and Drive has changed their name to Olympic Power Rally, which I thought was kind of cool because you got Redwood Rally that's down south of them a little bit. Now you've got Olympic Power Rally. So when you guys are searching for a Pacific Northwest drag and drive event, this one right here is a great option. So you need to be searching for Olympic Power Rally.
Yeah, and when putting together these, excuse me, regional events, feel free to reach out to us. I mean, obviously, we want to help promote these events. So if you have information about the event, maybe something that we haven't talked about, just send us a message. We
Yeah.
want these events to succeed. Like Mike said, we've had people say they want drag and drives in these areas, and now there are drag and drives, and we're not getting the car count. So if the car counts aren't there, the events aren't going to survive, and you're going to
Yep.
miss your opportunity to get events in those areas. So if there's anything that we can do here at Drag Drive Repeat, obviously we want to help make sure these events are successful. We talk about them, but beyond that, we can only do as much as we can do. So if there's anything that you guys as promoters want us to talk about, you've got news, you want to drop, new information, just reach out to us. That's what we're here to do.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Your source for news and entertainment, the drag and drive community.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's move on. Congratulations to those new names. Love that. Love the creativity that's coming from all of these new events. Now we had 38 events this year, and we're already up to 16 events for 2025 that we know of that are definitely happening, and the dates.
Yep.
Reggie Moore says, "I'm doing Redwood next year, supporting all the way from Arkansas." Man, I think that's one on our list, dude. One of us has to go to that one. I
Yeah.
don't know. That event looks so cool.
Yeah. So do we want to go any further with this or no?
Nah, not today. I want to collect my thoughts and come up with a really. I want to go deep on what we're talking about with name changes. All right.
Perfect.
Well, guys, again, thank you so much for being our race car friends. You guys are awesome. We love you. Thank you for all the shares. Hit the share button one more time. If you're not following us or subscribed, do that right now. Race car friends, thank you so much for being here. I can't explain it enough how awesome you guys have made my life. I really appreciate all the support that everybody provides to me and Eric both. I mean, you guys are a big part of why we do this. And then our sponsors, we appreciate their support as well. And we would appreciate if you would support them. So Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Car Chains 3D, WAF Racing, Performabuilt Transmissions, J-Wire Solutions, Howard's Cams, Sweet Patina, Power Tube TV, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Y'all, we can't do it without them. So thank you so much to them. Again, if you are spending money or looking for stuff to talk about or find on social, please go search these places out first. We would appreciate that so much. And this is probably the biggest ask we have. I know I just asked you to hit the subscribe button, but you're doing that because it's part of the gentleman's agreement, right? So that's the whole thing. We want to continue to grow. We're getting closer to that 100,000 follower mark. We appreciate everybody's support that's out there. This is hard. This is tough. We work late. We work early. We work all the time. This is all I think about at all. I know Eric thinks about it a ton, but he still has a regular day job. So he's got to think about his day job sometimes too, right? But I know it's probably 40% drag and drive is what he's really thinking about all day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's the gentleman's agreement. We're going to continue to do this. We just need you to hit the subscribe or that follow button wherever you're watching this. So we'd appreciate that a lot. All right. And then the Power Tube TV, y'all, we talk about them quite a bit. Power Tube TV is really awesome. They are really a community based platform, I guess. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's not necessarily just an app on your phone or an app on the TV to let you watch automotive content, which is what they do, right? They have all their content there, old shows like Pinks and Pastime, which is coming back in 2025. And then they have shows from us, like they let us replay these shows on there, and then a ton of other podcast stuff. And then also a lot of like, I wouldn't say YouTuber, but professional automotive shops that produce content are over there as well. So it's a great spot to watch. It's kind of like the old Speed Vision or
Yep.
I don't that was called Speed Channel. So it's a lot like that, but with a ton more content and definitely customizable to whatever you like.
Yep. And we're gonna get to do some cool stuff with them at PRI as well.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. It's going to be really cool. Saturday morning, we're going to be in the Power Tube booth talking about a ton of automotive content, man. It's going to be really neat.